Ashley and Cassidy. I'm a senior at the University of Minnesota, and I got involved in STLF in the spring of 2009, where I went on my first paid forward tour. Our celebration city was Houston, and I went on the mystery tour. And I came on this bus because my roommate came back from his tour and could not explain how much fun he had. So I decided to go. Like, if you can't put it into words, it must have been something exceptional. And I have not been disappointed. What I remember most from STLF was my experience in Baton Rouge, where we helped victims from the tornado, like, pack up, clear up their debris. And seeing the gratitude in the faces of the people we helped is immeasurable. It's beyond anything you can ever imagine. And this is why you should be a part of STLF. To share in the same experience that I've shared in, and to make the world a better place.
I'm Rankins, and I'm from the University of Wisconsin-Madison. And when I went on my first Pay It Forward tour, I went into it not knowing a single person, and it ended up being the best experience of my life, without question. And it's something that I think is a fantastic opportunity for any middle school or high school or college kid. It's a great way to find out more about yourself, more about your peers, more about the world around you, and it's an experience that just can have no price tag and can't be beat by anything else.
My name is Beccas Story. I go to Illinois State University. My first Pay It Forward tour was actually this past spring as a sophomore. I got into it for the first time and I was kind of apprehensive about it. But afterwards I was really glad that I went because it actually brought out my inner leader, I really feel. And since I've gotten a lot more involved in the organization, and I feel like it's really taught me a lot more about myself and the fact that like I really do have, you know, I'm really capable of leading, and it's really brought me to realize that. So.
Mallory King, and I attend University of Minnesota Morris. I got involved with STLF my freshman year. By mistake, I had plans for spring break, and my roommate, when we were canceled, told me to come with her on the trip, and I'm so glad that I went on the trip. I was changed completely from the trip, and the next year I led a bus, and it was amazing to lead a bus and watch the change that I helped with other people experience, and seeing everyone and meeting everyone was an amazing time.
Hi, my name is Natalies Story. I'm a junior at Bemidji State University this year. I think everyone in STLF has their own reason for that initial joining. And a lot of the times I think the reason they choose to stay involved in the organization is a lot different from the reason they came to that first meeting. I know when I came to my first meeting, it was actually only because I thought that somebody in the chapter corps was cute. And so I decided to go on the tour. I wasn't really too into it, but I thought it might be a fun experience. So I went, and I remember one of our projects, we broke up into groups and we were assigned to go with some elderly people in the community and do work for them. You know, rake their leaves, wash their windows, things that they were no longer able to do. And at first we started raking this woman's leaves for her, and it got really cold outside, so she brought us inside and she made us coffee, and we talked, and I think we spent the next couple hours just sort of talking. It turns out she was recently a widow and incredibly lonely, just really, really wanted somebody to talk to and to connect with, really had a need for that. And I remember she told us all about her life and about her husband, and I remember she cried and we cried. And it was a really good experience. And a couple months later, she actually sent me a letter and told me what a wonderful experience that was for her and how much it meant, and that she was so thankful that young people were willing to come and spend time with her because that's all she wanted. And I think it was at that moment that I knew this organization was more than something fun to do over spring break, that it really is life-changing, and that's the reason I chose to stay in STLF. It's changed my life, and I truly believe that we are changing the lives of the people we visit.
My name is Brian Allen. I'm from the University of Oregon, and my first STLF experience was in the junior year of my high school. I didn't really know what I was getting into. I kind of knew I was going on a bus with like 40 other kids, and I hopped on the bus, and it was immediately we started doing stuff and playing games on the bus. And I've been to like leadership conferences before with my own state and leadership programs and camps. And we always talk about what to do. And I really think that STLF takes all those values and characteristics and puts them into action. So you really get to see those into play within the community and within all the cities you're helping. And throughout the years of my involvement with STLF, I believe it's really altered my way of thinking and the way I live my life. So I am very grateful for STLF in my life.
Coming into STLF as a freshman, I was kind of nervous because I didn't know what I was getting myself into. But I went to the first ever STLF leadership camp when I was just a freshman, and I did not know that STLF would basically change my life and the way I looked at different people and the way I looked at myself. I went into the leadership camp like not knowing anyone, and after the camp, it got me engaged with leadership, community service, as well as personal development in my life. I found that STLF was something that I wanted to do with my life, to serve people, to serve myself, to serve the community. I helped bring the STLF paid forward tour to my high school, and that was my junior year. And without STLF, it's huge at my high school now, and I don't think I would be there right now if it wasn't for the experience that I've experienced through STLF, with the relationships I've built with people from North Dakota and New York and Australia. Just the real passion that STLF has instilled in my life is something that I'm so grateful for. I became more confident in myself as a leader and as a person just after the camp, and I continued to go back, continue to go to leadership camps. I continued to go on pay it forward tours because every experience that I had made me feel better about myself and made me feel more passionate about serving others. Getting into college was probably one of my biggest successes because I never thought I would be able to get to college, but STLF really instilled that belief and that dream within me to be successful, to do what I love to do, to dream big. And coming into college, I just felt a need to stay involved with STLF.